Devotees. So welcome to this session of Dharma Kshetra contemplation on the Bhagavad-Gita. We are on chapter 4, Jnana Karma Sanyasa Yoga. So again, in this chapter, Bhagavan is telling us more and more. The depth about karma is being discussed. And the more we learn about it, the more mystical it is. Okay, so just to recap where we were in verse number, can anyone recall where we were? Illa. Nimsha. I'm sorry. Yes, verse number 10. Okay, we were in verse number 10. We will just recap what was happening in that verse. It says, okay. Verse number 10 says, see, before this, he has told about his avatara, right? So, yada yada hi dharmasya paritranaya sadhunam, all that has been said. And then he is continuing about the what happens when you surrender to the avatara. So he says, Vitaraga bayakrodha manmaya mam upashitaha bahavo jnana tapasa puta madbhavam agataha. Okay. So he's saying, Mam upashitaha, the ones who surrender unto me. What happens to them? Vita raga bhaya krodha. Vita means they'll be shedding their raga, bhaya and krodha. Isn't that wonderful? If I can drop that, life is set. Manmayaha mam upashitaha, the one who surrenders completely to me and they are full of me. What is the meaning of manmaya? Their life is full of me, Andre. How does it translate? Anyone? Okay, I surrender to Krishna. So how does that work in life? In your day-to-day basis, what do you do about it? Manmaya. What is that manmaya business? Am I manmaya in Krishna or am I doing 100 other things? So to be manmaya just means to put Krishna above and beyond everything else in my life. He comes first. He is not somewhere third, fourth, fifth, sixth or bottom of my to-do list. Manmaya. Every time, all that time, in everything that I do, Krishna rules. That is Manmaya. So beautiful, no? If I'm able to do it to that extent, that raga, bhaya, krodha, everything will drop from me. And is this an impossible task? Krishna is saying, no. Bahavo jnana tapasa putaha. Many blessed people have attained to me like this by following this path. Madbhava magataha. They have become me. Bahavo, many, like Janaka Maharaja, so many people. He goes on giving examples of how these jnana tapasaha. Who are the jnana tapasaha? All of us. See, there are many kinds of tapas that one can do. There is upasana, many upasanas. You can do japa is a tapas, and then upasana, everyday rituals, that is a tapas. Taponishta, upavasa is a tapas, upavasa nishtha. Stotra nishtha, you can sing the praises of the Lord. Bhajana nishtha, you can sing his bhajans. What the nishtha we are doing right now is jnana nishtha. We are trying to understand the Lord in his true nature. Okay. So we are all jnana nishtas. Shravana, manana, nididhyasana. All this is happening. Nididhyasana is nothing but, what is nididhyasana? Just settle down to all the things I have heard about my true nature and dwell in it. We try to do Atma Vichara. Who am I? That is nididhyasana. Okay. And even in this Shravana, what the masters tell us is, just stick to one scripture, maybe Bhagavad Gita, enough. Bhagavad Gita is a moksha shastra. There is no need to go anywhere else because it is Sarvopanishado. It is the essence of all the Upanishads. So just stick to one, that is Nishtha. Nishtha is to stick to something, dedicate yourself to something. So that is what we can do and we are doing. Sticking to Bhagavad Gita, sticking to the Jnana. So we are all Jnana Nishtha. We'll do Shastra. This, what we are doing now is Shastra Vichara. After this, Atma Vichara. Who am I? Dwell. That is the meaning of being Manmaya. Always dwelling in my true nature or trying to understand my true nature is to be Manmaya. To revel in my own consciousness is Manmaya. So what happens? Manmayaha, Mam Upashitaha, they'll Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. This is what to be Manmaya, to be Mam Upashita is Jnana Karma Sanyasa Yoga. This is what it is. That is what it is, isn't it? This is the yoga. What is yoga? Basic meaning of yoga. To be one. With whom? With the ultimate. So without attachment, raga, without anger, and without, bhaya, fear, if I can do my karma, that itself is jnana karma sanyasa. Okay. So this is not easy, but this is the ultimate final solution to life, problems of life. So now, the avatara topic is done. Who takes avatara? Okay, here is the questionnaire. Quick question round, whatever it's called. Who takes avatara?
The Lord.
Which Lord?
Vishnu.
Okay. Shweta, you were saying something? Shweta.
My kids were listening, so my kids said Krishna. Go ahead.
Krishna himself is an avatara. So who is taking avatara? Tell your kids, it is the Shuddha Chaitanya. Pure consciousness which is distilled into a name and form as like Krishna or Rama. Okay, Samantha. So who is taking avatara? Shuddha Chaitanya. Pure consciousness. That is you, me, and everybody else is an avatara. We are the same pure consciousness with a name and form. Right? So why we are not called avatars? Because we have got other filters in the mind. All this bhaya, raga, dvesha, everything is there. That avatara has none. Is pure. The mind, it's a pure reflection. Absolutely pure. Our mirrors are dusty, cracked, old. All that has happened to our mirrors. The reflected consciousness that we are. But the avatara is Shuddha. Shuddha Chaitanya and Shuddha reflection. You cannot separate them. The mirror in, me and my reflection in the mirror, they are beautiful because the mirror is beautiful. It's like that. It's not in like some stupid washroom in some bus stand, where the mirror is cracked. No. It's a beautiful mirror in my own bedroom, which I keep it very neatly. So that is avatara. Who takes avatara? Shuddha Chaitanya. Pure consciousness takes avatara. When does he take avatara? It does come in the same chapter. Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati. That is when he takes avatara. What is dharmasya glani? We established last week. Dharmasya glani is when my own sense of dharma drops in me. If I am not able to take the right decisions, I am not able to distinguish between right and wrong. What should I do this or that? That viveka is lost in me. Then the avatara, as my own higher nature, intellect, he takes avatara in me. Of course, he takes avatara outside also. In me also, he takes avatara every time. We don't have to wait for physical cosmic timeline yuga for him to take avatara. Every moment when good sense prevails in me, that is the time when avatara is happening in me. Because you remember that, let us remember that example of the metaphor of the Arjuna Krishna chariot. What is that? In that chariot, who is Arjuna in that chariot? What is Ratha?
Body.
Body is Ratha. And Arjuna, the reins are
Atmanam Rathinam Vidhi.
horses, are the
Senses. Sense
senses.
organs.
Yeah, sense organs, the senses running hither and thither are this thing. And the charioteer is Krishna. That is Buddhi. Him, Thinam. No, what is that called? Buddhim Sarathi.
Yeah.
Sarathi is Buddhi. That Buddhi is Krishna. That is the avatara that will happen in me when my senses are going hither and thither, and the fellow who is sitting, Arjuna, says, I am helpless, help me, Bhagavan. That is me. The jiva who is deluded and who is seeking the Lord is Arjuna, which is me. So when I call out to Krishna, he will come and guide my senses. That is the metaphor. So when is then. When does he take avatara? Then. When I cry out to him, he will come to help me. Where will he take avatara? Both in and out. Inside me, outside me. We just established. Why does he take avatara? Because I called him. For the sake of the bhaktas, paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha duskrusham. He will come. Okay, then we also discussed the types of avatars. Did we? I don't remember. Types of avatars. There is the Purna avatara. There is the Amsha avatara. Purna avatara, Amsha avatara, any difference? Can somebody just quickly recall? Purna avatara means what? How is a Purna avatara? For example, how is Rama or Krishna avatara different from, Narasimha avatara? How is it different? Both are avatars only. Because Rama and Krishna, they have a proper birth date and a end date. They have a full lifespan. We have a charitra. The history of them we can discuss. Just like you and me. They have a full lifespan. They were born to some parents, and all that is happening. So that is why they are called as a Purna avatara. Whereas a Narasimha avatara is not Amsha, it is Avesha. Avesha avatara. In that moment, it was very important for him to come and teach a lesson to all of us, not just Hiranyakashipu. So that is Avesha avatara. He just had to come out of that pillar. That's Avesha. And there is Amsha. Amsha is when, like in Parashurama, and there's an Amsha of him, operating for the good of the world. Amsha avatara. And even Kapila Muni, he will come. They say even this Prabhupada, he was also an Amsha avatara. Otherwise, he could not have achieved this movement, Hare Krishna movement, the resurgence of, he could not have done. So all these are Amsha avataras. And then there is the Archya avatara. Archya avatara. ಏನದು Archya avatara andre? Archya avatara is in our temples, where the God is consecrated with all the proper mantras, shastras, as per Agama Shastras. When the idol is consecrated in the temple, it is called an Archya avatara, because the prana pratisthapana is done and the pure consciousness resides there. He is there. So whenever we go to a temple, let us remember we are going to the presence of God. It is very, very important for us to remember. That's also an avatara. Because God cannot come 100 times in, one day. So he is there permanently in the temples. Okay, so this we are... So God's job is what? To give us moksha. Is that right? What about those of us who are not jnana-nishtas? So there he will come to the next verse. It's as if Bhagavan is anticipating all our questions and he's going to answer them. So he says, let us see what he says here. So, the perfect answer to the thing, ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham. Mama vartmano vartante manushyaha partha sarvashaha. That means, okay, all of us may not be jnananishtas. Okay. Ye yatha mam prapadyante. In whatever fashion you invoke in me, you invoke me. You might invoke me in, actually, we are invoking God all the time in the things that we want in from life. Okay, with the explanation will come later. In whatever way people approach me, ma tathaiva bhajamyaham. I will reward them to that extent. Mama vartmano vartante manushyaha partha sarvashaha. My path do men tread in all ways, O son of Pritha. So what Bhagavan is telling us here is, in whatever way you approach me, I will reward them. In fact, all of you are approaching me only, but in various paths. Okay, shall we unpack this? What do you think Bhagavan is telling us here? Mam, ye yatha prapadyante. The way you approach me. Right now, how am I approaching the Lord? Right now. Look at our own status right now. My house, my family, my job, my environment, my abilities. Some of them I have sought. I want to make a house here. I want to marry this person. I want a job here. I have applied for jobs. I want a certain curtain in my, in my room. I like some chandelier, some fancy lighting in my house. All that I'm seeking the Lord only. Means what? I'm seeking Ananda. I'm seeking happiness in these things of my life. Yes or no? That is how I'm approaching the Lord in my life. I want to put my kids in a good school. I want them to play the piano. I want them to play football. Who is saying tathastu to all this? It is Krishna. Without his blessing, will even a leaf move? That's what he says later. Not even a leaf will move without my permission. So we are all doing bhajana of Krishna only in seeking the pleasures or whatever of life. That is how we are approaching him. And he is saying, I will bless them in that manner only. I will say tathastu. He is saying that. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham. I am going to say yes to them. Because Mama Vartmanu Vartante, they are seeking me only. Even when you are seeking a beautiful dress from Amazon online shopping, they are seeking me only. Wow, look at, this should open up our vision to such an extent. When I am saying buy, when I am saying pay, actually I am seeking the Lord in the form of material comforts, in the form of mental pleasures. That is what I am seeking. Is there anybody else apart from the Lord? Isn't it? So, Bhagavan is saying, I appear to you according to your own faith. That's all. So, there's a very beautiful anecdote of a thief. In fact, when it comes to thief, in the Rudram, it says, Taskaranam pataye namo namaha. Isn't it? He is the thief of thieves. Why? Because a thief of thieves is a very good thief. Who has blessed him to be a very good thief, who will never get caught? There's a nice
Krishna.
anecdote about, yeah?
I said Krishna.
Enappa? Kallara Kalla Krishna. Yeah. So, there was a nice anecdote about a thief who stole something from a king's palace, and he was chased by the king himself because it was his favorite. To say it was a statue of Krishna he stole from the king's palace, and the king was chasing this thief. And so this thief ran, he escaped, and then he came upon an ashram where many sannyasis were sitting and rishis were sitting and meditating. So what did this Krishna thief do? He also went, he also put on a garment and he sat amidst all those sannyasis. And so the king came with, on his horse, and he looked, and oh, all of these are rishis meditating here, and he didn't disturb them, and he went away. But this thief who put on the garment of a sannyasi, the ochre robes, and he pretended to find, he was enlightened. Why? Because that moment when he was running away from the king, his whole being was focused into escaping. That focus was so much, and there was intense vairagya in him. I don't want anything, I just want to run. So he was seeking Krishna in that manner with full intensity. Just don't let me get caught. And he ran. And so he attained Krishna. That is what Krishna is telling us here. Even your material things, if you are seeking with such intensity, finally you will attain to me only. See, the Lord is not forcing us spiritual knowledge. He will not say. He has already told us, no? 4 types of bhaktas will come to me. Artha, Artharthi, Jignasu, Gnani. All of them are dear to me. He will not do any, pratipaksha. He will bless everyone the way they approach. Artha, I want something, okay, take. Artharthi, I want something, okay, take. Jignasu, I want Gnana, okay, take. All that is happening. Okay. So he is not doing any partiality. So, what should we seek God? That we have to decide. Will I seek, this Prahalada beautiful anecdote is also there. All of us who are here, we are dedicated to this Bhagavad Gita, Jnana we want. We want to know what Krishna is telling and what is he telling about my own nature. So, tell me honestly, haven't a thought crossed your mind? I wish my husband or my child or my uncle or my sister, they would also come and listen to this. It will strike us, no? I wish. And so, like that, some of the friends also have joined this group. My friend, I wish they would come. This is the danger with us in this path. We are so happy that we want the others also to have this wonderful knowledge. So the same thing happened with Prahalada, the little boy. So after the Narasimha avatar, everything was done. Narasimha said, then he became, he calmed down, he became Narayana, Vishnu, and he said, come, let's go, I'll take you to Vaikuntha. What did Prahalada say? No, 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 no. How can I leave everybody? I want my friends also to come with me to Vaikuntha. I can't leave them. I can't be selfish. Let us all go. What did Narayana do? He smiled. And he said, okay, go and ask your friends whether they want to come to Vaikuntha. And so he went. And what did they say? No, I don't want to leave my parents. No, I have to go to school tomorrow. No, I want to do and so things on earth. I can't come right now. That is what it is. Not everybody will seek the Lord in the same way. That is what the Lord is saying. That bondage of a sadhaka like us is, everyone should be like me. It's not happening. Okay. So, one fellow, I believe he went and asked a pig, Prahalada, okay, at least you come to Vaikuntha with me. And so the pig said, will this filth be available there in Vaikuntha? Then only I will come. So what does it say? It says about our mindsets. We want our Vaikuntha is this, whatever we have now, a little more improved, When push comes to shove, I don't think everybody is ready to go to Vaikuntha like that, because it means dropping everything, every idea that I have of what is life, I have to drop, like that. So, another analogy for how everyone is approaching the Lord is, say there is Vaikuntha Ekadasi happening, and we know what kind of lines are formed in front of the temple of Lord Narayana, miles long, only on that day. And so, in a busy city like Bangalore or Hyderabad, that line will pass through many, many roads, streets. In that street, there are shops. Somebody is standing near a pav bhaji shop. Somebody is standing near a cloth shop. The line is moving, but very slowly. And we are passing many, 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 many shops. But all of us are going finally to that temple to have darshan of the Lord. That is what is life. We are all at various stops in life. We're seeking, we are in front of many shops. But ultimately, we are all going to Vaikuntha only. So the Lord is not forcing his way in. Only his doors are always open. But I have to open my door to let him in. That is the thing. I have to be mature. I have to be ready. I have to drop all my expectations of this is what is Vaikuntha. But the Lord is always there, patiently waiting for me. Patiently waiting. And he respects my stage of evolution in life. That is how he is. He respects my free will. He is the one who has given me the will. He is the one who has given me the freedom to use it. All that is happening with the Lord. Any comments on this shloka, please? What do you all feel about it? Anything you want to add?
I have a question, Purna.
Yes, please.
To go further with the metaphor you used about being in line to have darshan of God.
Yeah.
So I understand that we are on in line, and at some point we're all going to reach there.
Yeah.
And then many of us will get distracted with the pav bhaji or whatever, like you mentioned. I think a certain amount of single-minded focus is required, right? To to maintain your place in the line. So even if you go to buy a snack, you have to come back to that spot.
Yeah.
Or if you lose your spot, you go back to the back of your line. I think what I struggle with is, like, let's say I lose my spot temporarily because I'm hungry to get a snack. I feel intense disappointment that I'm in the back of the line again.
Yeah.
Or
it's a setback. Yeah.
Yes. And or I am so focused on staying in line that I ignore everything else.
Yes.
So for me, the struggle is to find a balance. Like if I don't do my daily puja, I'm either feeling really, really bad about that, or like I kind of struggle with letting go and just thinking that it's been this kind of a day. Like I've been busy. I have responsibilities in life. And some days puja doesn't happen. Is what I know intellectually. But,
yes.
Or even worse, sometimes I give into laziness. So for me, the struggle is to always maintain that balance. How do I do?
How do I do? Any thoughts? How do I maintain that balance through the day? Laziness, tamas. I'm overcome by tamas sometimes. I'm overcome by rajas. I cannot always be in sattva. What do we do? What do we do is the question. Just do, we have, yes, Indra, you want to share something?
No, Purnaji.
Hari Om. So, yes, Shweta. Yes, carry on, Shweta. You want to share?
Yeah, the same thing what Samatha was telling. See, one can, do it like, it's with me. How I do is, one is if you are doing yoga is one thing which will, balances everything. your mind, body, and soul.
Oh,
So in past 8 years of my practice of yoga, that is what I have observed myself. There is no imbalance happen. If imbalance is also happening, I know how to control
oh,
myself and bring to the present state. This is
oh,
my experience.
that's nice. Very nice. So Shweta has found she can get balance through yoga. But what about some days you're lazy and you cannot do? That's what Samatha is asking. You know,
Pretty much it's a discipline.
it's a discipline.
Yeah, I have the discipline to do things no matter, how much chaos is happening around.
Hmm.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Mindness.
That's nice. Okay. But for those of us who are maybe find it hard to be that disciplined, there are other sadhanas, no, Samatha? Like japa. What about japa? It can carry on even when I'm lazy, even when I'm lying on the bed. It can carry on. See, I can go, I can step out of the line because I'm hungry, but I can step out taking the name of Narayana. You know, that is as simple as that. I don't have to go light the lamp or do the ritual of puja every day. But whatever I am doing, see, that is the beauty of the shloka which comes about. The next it will come. How in whatever, see, that is this karma yoga. No, in whatever I am doing, I offer it to the Lord. That is karma yoga. That is jnana karma sanyasa. So even when I'm not, even I'm doing whatever I'm doing, at the background I should have that, this jnana should be active in me. That is the sadhana I can do. I'm sure I agree with you. I don't have the discipline to do the rituals, the regular puja that is happening. I don't, because also various reasons, uh, all that is there. But there is no guilt thanks to Bhagavan Krishna himself. He said, you do whatever you want. No, you can do my japa, you can do my namasmarana, you can do bhajana. As long, and also I might forget that also, but I come back quickly on track. The north, the compass should always point, it will come back to the north, like that compass needle. It will come back. Not to worry. The worst, see, when this glani, this guilt that we feel, no, Samatha, that is also glani, dharmasya glani. We had discussed this in the previous classes. When there is guilt in my heart, immediately Krishna came to your mind or not? Oh, Krishna, I am not doing your japa. That's itself, Krishna has already appeared in you. Not to worry at all. He will not abandon. Swalpamapi abhyasaha trayate mahato bhayat. If I have done even a little abhyasa of remembering the Lord, enough, He will take me across. Not to worry at all. So more and
Okay.
more of that will come, Samatha. In the following verses, more and more of the same we'll be discussing. Okay, this shloka, the following shloka says, again on the same theme, he's expanding how people worship him in various ways. Kankshantah karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devatah kshitram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Kankshantah karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devatah. So, Bhagavan is saying, not everybody seeks me directly. They will bhajante devataha. They pray to all other gods. Which other gods? Mammon is also a god. Mammon is what? Wealth. Whatever we are seeking, wealth, health, prosperity, job, house, they're all devatas. They're all devatas only, little devatas who are giving us, who are taking our prayer to the Lord and giving us the results. Kankshante yajantaha eva dehataha kshitram himan kshipram. Immediately in this Manushya Loka, all our desires are fulfilled. Kshipram, immediately. Fast. That is the beauty of this Manushya Loka. Manushya Janma and Manushya Loka. Siddhihi bhavati karmaja. Karmaja means what? All of us. We are born of karma. We are doing karma. We are born of karma. That cycle is kept up. Those who long for satisfaction from actions in this world, that's most of us, we make sacrifices to the gods. Okay? We take bank loans, home loans, and we build our house. That is a sacrifice. Because why? Immediately, in 2 days, HDFC will say, today I will sanction your loan. Huh? And some banks say, I will no collateral guarantee also. I'll give you loan. Kshipram, immediately this thing is fulfilled in this Manushya Loka. That is why it is so attractive. So this is a question we have to dwell on. Why are not people seeking the Lord alone? This is the answer. Because Kshipram, in Manushya Loka, immediately your desires are fulfilled. So that satiation is there. I don't have to look for the God. I have got my God in my mobile phone. Isn't it? In modern, see, in olden times, at least they had to do all sorts of yagnas. Putra kameshti yagna. They had to do. But now what do? We do IVF yagna. Medical science has advanced to such levels. We will immediately first, in the previous time, they would go to the sages and say, what shall I do? I want a baby. They say, okay, you do yajna. Now we will go to the doctor. That is this beautiful Manushya Loka. God is operating in these manners in Manushya Loka. So we forget Him. Kshipram in the Manushya Loka. Because I believe in the other lokas, according to all the other scriptures, in other lokas, it's very, 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 very long time. For example, in the Chandogya, there's an episode of Indra and Virochana approaching Brahmaji for Atmajnana. Virochana is who? Lord of the Asuras. Indra, Lord of the Devatas. They go to Brahmaji, Chaturmukha Brahma, who is a repository of all the Vedas, and they ask for Atmajnana. What does he say? Stay here for 32 years. So, 32 years, for 101 years, Indra had to be in the ashrama for Atmajnana. In the other loka, in the Brahma Loka. The timelines are very different over there. But in Manushya Loka, immediate, Kshipram. That is why this is the most auspicious place to get our results, boons, fulfilled. Okay. Then immediate results we get, like instant coffee. That is why Krishna is saying spirituality is not, it's a premium. People don't want to spend the time and, the discipline, what Shweta said. So much discipline is required to pursue me. But in the other world, easily you will get everything. If you have the means, which also I have only given all that, but still you are happy with these little things. Our Prabhuji gives a nice example of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's example. Devi, the Divine Mother, she's giving us toys to play with. We are happy playing with the toys. But like a baby, the mother is busy in the kitchen, she will give toys for her child to play with. The child will play for a while. And then after some time, what will the child do? I want Amma. She will start crying. Only when I cry for Amma, she will come and pick me up. Like that, Krishna has given us all these toys in the forms of advanced medical science, health. My God, the life expectancy has gone up these days. All the diseases can be managed. So, what do I do with that long life? I have to decide. No? So, this is a very nice conundrum between science and spirituality. On this side of the world is science, which is giving me everything, even knowledge at my fingertips with artificial intelligence. I don't have to really strain my brain anymore to do anything, which is very, very sad actually. My natural abilities are coming down, but then that's also an avatar of the Lord. It is coming. So whatever is, in science, whatever is measurable is reality, isn't it? Whatever I can measure, or in this world, what I can measure is good. Mana, it is called mana. On this side of the line is nirmana, which is immeasurable. The world, everything is measurable. That is also God. On this side is the immeasurable, which is the highest God, is the lower God and is the higher God. So we have to know which way to turn my face. Shall I turn towards the measurable God, which is the world, or the immeasurable? That is what we have to see, because for this, a lot of maturity is needed, which we all have, and we should have the vision and the long-term consequences of not turning inward. That also we have. So we are in a good place. Ma kuru jana dhana yauvana garvam. Who said that? Let us not be too much involved or too much invested in jana, dhana, yauvana. All this is there. It's fine. They are also blessings of the Lord only. But harati nimeshat kalam sarvam bhaja govindam. That's what the Lord has said. Whatever I may do in this material world, the only fellow, the currency, we discussed this in the last class, the currency which comes with me even after this is Bhagavan. So let me invest more and more into Bhagavan rather than all this will continue. This will all continue. I will continue my work in the secular world, keeping his nama on my lips and in my mind. That's all I have to do. It's really fine, because Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is Prakriti. We have discussed that so much in the previous classes. Everything is Prakriti. It is not me. Samatha, you said sometimes I feel lazy. It is not you. Rahul had a very beautiful insight he gave. Samatha, in Telugu, you translate, I am lazy. How will you say I am lazy in Telugu?
నాకు బద్ధకం వస్తుంది.
Vastundi. It is coming. It is not. Do you say Nanu, I am lazy? Do you say I am lazy in Telugu?
No.
I am laziness. You don't express that. So that is the beauty. You are not lazy. It is just coming and going. It's a passing phase. Are you lazy forever? No.
No.
See, immediately the distance between you and that laziness is, you have to establish that distance. That is the problem with English language. I identify with that emotion, which is wrong. I am not. In the regional languages, it's very beautifully separated. And that laziness comes and goes. Right now I'm feeling laziness. Right now I'm feeling anger. Isn't it? So,
Right.
and our Prabhuji he's doing our emotional healing classes, in which beautifully is explaining these emotions are all hormones in the body. Nothing to do with my real nature. They're all hormones. Happiness is a hormone, sadness is a hormone, anger is a hormone. Everything is Prakriti. No need to identify with any of that. I'll feel lazy now. Into next 2 hours, I'm up and about. I'm doing things. It doesn't matter at all. Right? That is where the next shloka comes. Chatur Varnyam. This is what we wanted to discuss. Shloka number 13, which is a very controversial shloka and which needs to be discussed and understood very properly. We will come to this shloka, which will clarify all our issues about this happiness, laziness, and everything. Beautiful. Let us all chant this important shloka, because this is the bone of contention in the world regarding Indian Sanatana Dharma. Chaturvarnyam maya srushtam gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartarapi mam vidhi akartaram avyayam. Chaturvarnyam maya srushtam gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartarapi mam vidhya kartaram avyayam. Yes, people, you can unmute and chant this shloka. And we shall unpack this for the next, however long it takes. Yes.
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्मविभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्य कर्तारमव्ययम्.
Yes.
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्मविभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्य कर्तारमव्ययम्. हरि ओम्.
Hari Om. Next. People.
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्मविभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्य कर्तारमव्ययम्.
Yes.
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्मविभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्य कर्तारमव्ययम्.
Very nice. Padmaja is somewhere out. Nice. Head.
On the terrace, that's all.
Okay.
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्मविभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि
Mom.
मां विद्य कर्तारमव्ययम्.
Very good, Padmaja. Nirmala would be proud. Okay. Who else can unmute?
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्मविभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्य कर्तारमव्ययम्.
Very nice, Chandra. So, this is the shloka. On the face of it, what do you feel about this shloka? The fourfold caste system has been created by me according to the differentiation of guna and karma. Okay. That's what he's saying. Though I am the author of this Chaturvarnya, he is taking. Okay, I have created. Know me as the non-doer. Though I have done it, I have not done it. I am the non-doer and I am immutable. Avyayam. I am akarta and I am avyaya. Krishna is dissociating himself with this Chaturvarna business. On one hand, he is saying, I have created. And immediately he is saying, I haven't done anything. Cute, no? So what do you want to share about this? Chaturvarnya Maya Srushtam? Any thoughts? Because people have a lot of thoughts about this. Okay. So we all know what this. Hedi. Yes, please.
Isn't it all humans who have segregated into all these divisions, Anta? No, is it?
No, here Krishna himself is saying, Allah, I have done the Chaturvarna system, Anta. So, from what point of view he has done, he is saying, according to your guna and your karma. What is my guna? What is the guna? See, let us unpack it very, very beautifully, from the very beginning. What is varna? Varna andre enu? What is the base, the root? The varna also means varnana. What is the meaning of varnana? Varnane. In all our regional languages, we have. Varnana means what?
To explain or to describe.
Describe. So how do you describe yourself, Rahul?
Say it is context based. Maybe at different situations will different descriptions for it. If you ask me who I am in my office, I will tell you I am a leadership coach.
Correct.
Yeah. If
Correct.
I'm
Continue on the same. Yeah.
If I'm with my son and somebody asks me who I am, I'll say I'm his father. If I'm with my wife, I'll say I'm a husband. I think at different points of time, contextually, I'll be a different. I'll wear on different descriptions.
Descriptions. Correct. But that is one kind of description. That are the roles you're talking about.
Correct.
What is your guna? Are you the kind who will, because you're a leadership coach, You have the tendency to go and take charge of situations. Can I say that?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Mhm.
No, some of us are leaders, some of us are followers, some of us are somewhere in between. Athara. Alva.
Mm.
Okay. If see, for example, in this own group, if I ask for someone to share something, then only some of us who unmute and talk. That shows my guna. Some of us don't unmute at all. For many 4 years, we have been on this, and some of us we really don't unmute at all. That is the guna of that person. So what does it say? It is all about the combination of sattva, rajas, tamas in me. Guna, varnana, my description is about my guna. Whether I am tamasic, a little bit of tamas, little bit of rajas, little bit of sattva, which is more predominant in me. That is what it is the varnana. The varna is all about the guna. Based on my guna, I will do karma.
Correct.
Ashte. Guna, karma, vibhaga. Ashte Devar helirodu. He's saying all the manushas fall into this guna, karma, vibhaga only. Okay, that's all. A sattvic person, what are the characteristic of a sattvic person? All of us here are sattvic. Why? Because we have the intellectual ability to understand these, complicated things that Krishna is telling us. Very, very few. You can count on your fingers how many sattvic persons are there. Forget about this Bhagavad-gita, this Dharma Kshetra. All over the world, how many people are doing spiritual pursuits? How many percentage? Ballpark figure. What's the percentage, Rahul? What can you say? 9 billion people alle. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ?
No, I think it's in a decimal. Not even one. It's in a decimals.
Exactly. So, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಭಗವಂತ. ಏನು? ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. The one who has got a very refined intellect, the one who is able to grasp things easily and retain it and communicate and live the way it says, he's a sattvic person, naturally, and he is a brahmana. And such persons naturally are the ones who are in the minister post, advisor post, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರೇ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. Because that level of intellect is needed, Allah. That is why that's the brahmana. That it is not a caste, it is a guna and karma. Right? That is what Bhagavan is trying to tell us here. Rajas. So there are some of us who cannot, okay, you tell me what to do, Baba. I don't know. You do the strategy. I will go and execute. Kshatriya. Ashte. It is so simple, isn't it? In our families also we have such. One fellow will take the decision-making power. We give that power to some, head of the family, either the wife or the husband. You take the decisions, or maybe it's a joint decision. Then execution between husband and wife, who will do? We will take whoever is capable of doing that, he or she will do. That's the Kshatriya, that Rajas personality. I will say, no, I want so and so. I am not the Rajasic fellow. Okay, I will tell my husband, you please go and get whatever it is I want from wherever. He will go. So does it make me higher and him lower? No way. We have to work together. Kshatriya, Rajas, Tamas, Solpa. ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ. ರಜಸ್ಸು at least they are up and about. They want to do things. Tell me what next. They can't sit. That kind of rajas will be there. Tamasic fellows, they don't have the ability to grasp finer things. They don't have the extreme, that enthu to go do and be up and about all the time. What will they do? They do mechanical things. Okay, you do some repetitive things. It's okay. At least do that much. They are called the Shudras. Ashte. So, the Brahmana, the Kshatriya, the Vaishya is the one who has got Rajas and Tamas mixture. He will do things, but he will also think, what's in it for me? See, Tamas is not just physical laziness. It's also a mental attitude of always that selfishness. That is Tamas. Tamasic fellow is selfish. Selfish, or you can say self-centered. Let us not say selfish. What's in it for me? That mentality. All of us have. Why will I do anything if there is nothing in it for me? I'm a Vaishya too. I'm everything. I'm a Brahmana, I'm a Kshatriya, I'm a Vaishya, I'm a Shudra. All the gunas are in me to some degree. One of it will be more, one of it will be less. Ashte. So, depending on the, what is the more prominent guna in me, I will do that kind of karma. Right? That is what is this Chaturvarna system. Yes, Shweta?
ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾಜಿ
Hmm.
ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ
Hmm.
a role of a mother.
ಏನದು ಎಂತ ಕರ್ಮ ಅದು ಎಂತ ಗುಣ
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಗುಣಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ
ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ಗೂ ಇರತ್ತೆ ಗುಣ ಸತ್ವ ತುಂಬಾ ಇರಬೇಕು ಮದರ್ಗೆ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ಲೆಸ್ನೆಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇರಬೇಕು after some time you'll stop being a mother. No, when your children grow up and no, actually the equation between parents and children will always remain. So but that sattva guna is only towards your kids or with all the other kids in the world. If you can have that with everyone, then you'll become Jivan Mukta. So all these gunas are there in me. What else you wanted to share? That's all, huh?
That's all.
Okay. So, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, 3 gunas. Sattva high, Brahmana. Rajas high, Kshatriya. Sattva with Rajas and Tamas high, Vaishya. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas high, Shudra. This is what it is, Chaturvarna. Ashte. According to our prolification, we will take up our jobs. Sattva is called as Jnanatmaka Shakti. The Shakti of Jnana is more it's all the power of God only. Devi, Divine Mother only has blessed us with all these abilities. Sattvic person, refined intellect. Jnana, prominent. Rajas, Srujanatmaka Shakti, creation. Srujana. He does creativity. All creativity comes from these Rajasic people. They will concept, they will do something, they'll build cities, they'll build, businesses. Rajas, Tamas, Vishrama. We need all these in our life. When I have to do Vishrama, I should not go and do something. That is why God has, by inbuilt, He has given Nidra Devi blesses us with Tamas every day. So, this is how we have to understand this. And these 4 are the pillars of society. We need all sorts of people. Can we do away with one and say, no, banish all the Brahmanas, banish all intellectual people? What happens to such a society? It will perish very, very, very soon. There is no intelligence, there is no intelligent action happening. Or only Brahmanas? No, Kshatriya is needed. People who do things are needed. People who Vaishyas are needed. I mean, there is no need to explain it really. Everyone is needed for a society, healthy society. That is why they are called as 4 pillars of society. Swami Chinnamananda has put it very well. And this ashrama dharma that we have, somebody has yesterday spoke about ashrama dharma also, Jaishri, I think. So, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sanyasa. They are also the 4, in my own varna, I have to grow. Whatever in this varnashrama dharma, that is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, should a Kshatriya become Brahmana? Should a Shudra try to become, whatever else? Is that needed? Do I have to switch the varnas to come to Krishna? This is an interesting question. Is it required? Has God said anywhere that you do that? What, Purnima? Yes.
Everyone are equal in God's
Exactly.
vision.
He is not condemning one above the other. You be a Brahmana. You have got one capability. I have given you. Be like that. I have given you Kshatriya. You be. You be Vaishya. You be Shustra. But in your own guna and karma, you can rise. How? With bhakti. So for that bhakti, there is no this thing required. If you just surrender to me wherever you are, how? Through karma yoga. I am a Shudra. I am washing dishes. I can become a karma yogi. That is the beauty of this teaching of Bhagavan. I can be a tea seller, businessman. I am selling 300 cups a day. I can become a karma yogi. In that very role that I have taken, I can become a karma yogi. Kshatriya, we have the example of Janaka Maharaja and all these people being a Kshatriya, they were Jivan Muktas. Brahmanas, though, don't ask. Anyone who has, all these Veda Vyasa, all the Rishis who are given us the Upanishads. So, there is no need to switch Varna. You be what you are and you excel in the whatever. You can bloom wherever you are. That is what Bhagwan is telling us. Along with that, like Rahul pointed out, there is an ashrama vyavastha. What Samatha wanted to say something. Please share.
No, in fact, we are surrounded by examples everywhere, like Udupi Krishna temple where Shudra was denied, and the Lord himself turned.
Yes, Lord himself will turn. Why will he not turn? I mean, it's him. It's him. Everyone is him. Why will he say, you're a Shudra, don't come near me? It is so stupid, so short-sighted. So, this caste system, like Padmaja first pointed out, it has been corrupted by by society. It's very wrong. Obviously, it's wrong. Just one more thing about this ashrama. The brahmacharya is, Chinmayananda put it as learn. And then gruhastha is earn. Okay. Learning is sattvic, that is brahmana nature. Then earn is vaishya nature. As a gruhastha, I have to earn. And then vanaprastha is turn from the world to inside. Again, growing into sattva. And then Sanyasa is no return. So beautifully he said, learn, earn, turn, no return. So in our ashrama vyavastha also, this guna karma, they have to be, there you have to grow from one guna to another. From one guna, not varna. Okay? We have to grow from one guna to another in and through our life journey. And finally, when it comes to Ajnani, nothing, no varna, no dharma, all gone. There are no identifications at all. That's all. But only for some vyavahara reason, they will have some identity. Aadhaar card is required for transaction, isn't it? Okay. We can talk a lot more about this, but for now, for today, we can close here. Guna karma vibhagashaha chatur varanyam maya srishtam. Any more inputs are welcome. Anything more you want to say, anyone, about this Chaturvarna?
Actually, a person by birth is not said to be a Brahmana or Vaishya or Shudra. They will be segregated according to their works, right, Purnimaji?
Segregated by whom?
Actually, Bhagavan has not created it as a caste.
He's
What the
just,
thing
he's
you
just
do, then you come under that
Ashte,
Varnashrama.
Ashte. That's all it is. Correct. So segregation is, it is not a physical segregation. It is just understanding, mentally understanding where I am and growing in that role, Ashte. That's what Bhagavan is saying. Wherever you are, you just bloom over there. You will come to me. From wherever path, you will come to me. Like that long line in front of, for a Vaikunta Ekadasi. Wherever you are, you will come to me only. Nice. Okay. So we can close for the day with this and discuss more in the next class. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् कृष्णार्पणमस्तु Thank you all.
Thank you.